Welcome to Mask AI. If you are into no-code tools, automations, and AI-powered solutions, you are in the right place. Let's build smarter and not harder. Imagine hiring your next employee without writing a single email, managing spreadsheet, or dealing with scheduling conflicts. In this video, I'll show you how to build a fully automated employee onboarding system using N8N, OpenAI, Zoom, Google Sheets, and Google Calendar. It handles everything from resume analysis to interview scheduling, all on autopilot. Whether you're a small business or scaling fast, this workflow will save hours of manual work and give your candidate a smooth professional experience. Come on, let's build it together. This is basically the overview of this workflow. I have divided it into two main parts. Today we're gonna talk about the first part, which is this one. In here we get the candidate's details and a CV from form node, and we'll store it in Google Sheets according to the candidate's details. So in the second part, we'll be discussing on how to set up the meeting and send it the confirmation to the candidate. Okay, let's look into this part. So I have created this is where the candidate uploads his personal details. He'll be needing the first name, last name, mobile number, email number, and his CV. So the candidate's details will be stored in a Google Sheet which we have created, and then we'll extract the PDF file, and so then only we can send it to the feed it to the OpenAI node. So once we extract the PDF, we'll be only needing is the CVs, the education qualification, and the work qualification parts. For we'll take only that part and feed it into the OpenAI node. And then here's I have set a WhatsApp human in the loop node here. So in this case, there, for an example thing, that the HR manager will receive their response, which is in this node. It will go through the AI agent will go through the OpenAI node will go through the candidates previous education and work experience, and it will send to her the summary of their candidates to an HR manager. From there, the HR manager can approve or decline their application. If the HR manager approve the application, then it will store in a Google Sheet in here. You will sheet in here. If the HR manager declines the request, so it will ignore and do nothing. So only the eligible candidates will be stored in here. So that's basically the overview of this workflow. Moving on to the second part, even though we discuss about this in detail in the second part, we like this given just a rough idea. So which are the items that have been the candidates which have been approved for a job will be stored in our Google Sheet. It will fetch the relevant details, and in here we, from this date and time node, we set a date for the candidate to join with our meeting. In here, it generate that email and send for a candidate's email. This is also in an envelope Gmail node, so the candidate can choose the time when he can join for the online meeting with Zoom, and then we will create the meeting with Zoom, create and meeting with Zoom node, and once after it being created, we'll store it down in the Google Calendar. Then HR manager will also get a notification every day that at this time they have a meeting with this candidate, and that finally it will generate a custom email for a candidate with the relevant URL to join the meeting, and with the starting time and the ending time. So finally we send the final step is to send a email to the candidate. So that's the overview of the both parts. Today we'll be discussing only the first part. We are all set for the testing now. So this is one of the candidate. I have just created the dummy CV in here. So by looking at this the CV, you can see this candidate does not have any work experience in the IT field. So basically he won't be eligible for a job. Let's see, however, upload the CV and see how the AI agent will generate a response according to his details. And the other CV I have created, her name is Emily Carter, and Of course, she has some knowledge in IT field. She has a Bachelor of Science in Computer Science and work experience as a software developer. So she might be an ideal candidate for us. I will upload both of these CV and see how OpenAI will generate a response. Okay, now let's see. First we'll upload Emily's CV. Just give them a buyer for the email ID, my personal email, because I have set when creating the format test daily month I have selected the email, then I have to be valid be made in here. Okay, our CV is ready now. Let's submit and 10 seat. Okay, triggered successfully. The OpenAI node is generating their summary. Yeah, it returned. Let's see, I got the WhatsApp message. I hope this message finds who well daughter that would like on the daughter Emily as a bachelor's degree in computer science from University of Illinois. She different experience in IT. Yeah, now the OpenAI node has given us a summary of this candidate. So while looking at this, it's obvious that she's a perfect candidate. So we'll approve this. Okay, once it been approved, yeah, it successfully stored their details in our Google Sheets. Yeah, okay, now let's check their second candidate. I fill up the details and get back to you. Okay, I have filled the details. Let's submit this and see how we'll get our response. Yeah, it's generated now. Yeah, I got the message. So here's the analysis. Brand Thompson does not have a specific degree extensive work experience in IT. However, he has some hands-on experience with using basic computer microinstruction. So obviously, Brian is not eligible for a developer role. So yeah, we'll decline if the AI triggered as went through the false route. No operation has been done. So our workflow is working successfully. Now let's dive into the part where we build this flow from scratch. First, we start with the innate pain form node on a form trigger node. Yeah, for this authentication will be none. We'll type it as Bootstrap developer hiring. Reading right like pre-sorter. The details before submitting. And for the form element, I'll be dating the first name will be as required field, and also the last name, also required field. Private set elements and get back to with the fire version. Yeah, I have set my form elements. First name will be as text. Last name will be as also a text. Mobile number will obviously be a number. And for the email, make sure to would element type as email. Then it will minimize lot of errors while submitting the address within their email. And also for the CV, I choose the element type as file and make sure to put it as PDF. Okay, now let's execute this. Okay, our form details are ready. Let's click submit. Yeah, I have received my CV as a binary and also the rest of the data in schema. Now let's get the extract from file, which then we can convert this to text file, or we need to extract it from to a PDF. Okay, make sure you have the exact binary field name in here. Then now let's execute it. Okay, it returned us the text we need for further automation. Okay, now we don't need any other jargon details. We'll be only needing we don't need all of these details. You'll be only needing the text. We'll make sure you write the exact name matching here. Even if there's a case-sensitive error, it won't trigger output properly. Okay, we got what we want, and now let's get the OpenAI Sage module node. Now I have to set a prompt here. For that, I have set a prompt which I will copy and paste. You can also if you want to get this workflow, you can download it from the description. You can download it for free. And in there you can find all the resources to build this workflow. You just have to plug a template and change the credentials with OpenAI, what's Gmail and Zoom. Then you're good to go. Okay, now let's run this and see. Yeah, it returned it successfully. Now let's add the human in the loop node. I'll select a test number, and in this case I'll give my personal lambda for this next message. I'll be using the content output from the OpenAI node, and for the response time, I'll be using our custom form. Sorry, I'll be using the approval. For the approval option, I'll be giving two options to approve and disapprove. Yeah, okay, now let's run this and see. Yeah, I got my message, so I will accept it. Okay. Appro, that's true. Now I'll send there. Sorry, I let there. We've not been here. I get this schema condition here. And for the condition, I'll be choosing the Boolean function, and if it's true, then it will send it through the true path. Yeah, okay. Now for this, I'll just put operation unaki. Okay, now the final step, I let the Google sheet stone. And for the operation, for the action, I'll be using append row in sheet. So they need to let the new rows. Okay, I have selected. Now I have to map each column with the respective details. For that, I'll be going to the form submission. And for the first name, likewise, I will add all the details here from the form submission trigger. Okay, cool. Okay, we have successfully completed first part of this workflow. Yeah. General information also has been added to our Google Sheet. So this will be the first part. In the second part, I will discuss on how we will generate the custom email which will be sending for the candidate with the relevant date and the time for the meeting. So the candidate will have the option to select the time, and we'll create a Zoom meeting, the respective URL to join, and save it in our Google Sheets, and then again generate a response to the candidate to send a final confirmation email with regards to his job interview with the respective dates, time, and with their URL to join their meeting.